Welcome to Brainstorm, SPG's first ever educational game show series.
6 weeks of fun competition,
Classroom Jeopardy,
high school feud,
fancy celebrity squares,
wheel of knowledge,
buzz in,
and who wants to be extraordinary? Come support your favorite team and be part of our live studio audience every Monday, July 18th to August 22nd. $10 gets you in.
Tickets on sale at Learning for Living, Charisma Boutique, and Jujubee Bookstore.
See you at Brainstorm, where we simply study, play, win.
Hello, I'm Kimsha Williams, and I'm happy to be here with you today. In studio with me, I have a number of persons who I've worked with on a team over the last 6 weeks on Brainstorm, our educational game show series. I will ask them to introduce themselves to you, and then we'll tell you a little bit more about what took place.
Hi, I'm Yolande Robertson Green, and I worked as project coordinator on the Brainstorm series.
Hi, my name is Jordan Lawrence Hamlet. I was team leader for the Blue Pandas and I attended St. Vincent Grammar School.
Hi, I'm Afik Ambrose. I also attend the St. Vincent Grammar School and I am the team leader for Conquerors.
We worked as a team on Brainstorm, a 6-week educational game show series which we launched right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the 11th of July. And over these weeks, we had students like Jordan and Afik. They were leaders of their team. But we had students placed in groups, and these groups or teams competed for prizes and rewards, which we'll tell you about shortly, as well as we'll tell you a little bit more about the games as we go along.
The 6-week educational game show series featured, as I would like to call it, an entertainment package. This series took the form of 6 unique game models, and among them we would have started with Classroom Jeopardy, followed by High School Feud. We had Vinci Celebrity Squares, Wheel of Knowledge, Buzzing, and we had Who Wants to Be Extraordinary as the last game. Now, over the 6 weeks, each show would not have just had a unique game, but it featured a unique entertainment style. So for example, in Vinci Celebrity Squares, we had a panel of 8 local celebrities, and they had a discussion on topical issues, just challenges in their fields within the sphere of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And during Wheel of Knowledge, we had JC's, who was the sponsor of that night. They came along and they had bingo during intermission. They also presented a brief message on their theme, Peace is Possible. JC's would have launched an international campaign earlier this year. So that theme, Peace is Possible, is what they're working with for the year. During another of the game, Buzz In, this was co-hosted by Mrs. Kimon Batiste St-Rose, under the theme of beauty, fashion and learning. That game itself also featured a mini fashion show by KMK Fashion.
For me, as the head of the team organizing Brainstorm, it has been an experience that obviously had its challenges, but I would say that the highlights far outweigh the challenges. We have received tremendous support from parents not only of the students participating, parents of students attending our Learning for Living program, just people on the street who meet us daily as we go out selling tickets and as we carried out our publicity campaign, as well as the support from corporate entities who have come on board. Also, I feel that our goals, as you would notice, the tagline of Brainstorm was study, play, win. For me, I am happy to say that we would have accomplished those goals, and that we got the students to prepare weekly. Each week, the content of the show was different. So one week it would have been more current events, or about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Another week it was more based on their curriculum in schools, the science, maths and English curriculum, that is. Other times it would have featured questions about English and other areas. So the students would have been given an idea, a heads up of what would be coming this week, and we saw them preparing. They would have to research and all that. And then of course the games. Each week it was different and there was always something to look forward to. We are happy now to be able to reward our students, and I think for them that might be the highlight of their game. There have been requests for Brainstorm to be an annual event, and that we are happy to consider. We would like to invite other entities to come on board so that we can probably make it a bit more grand and more of a national event, but we will give consideration to having Brainstorm again.
Alright, it was a very fun experience. I got to meet new people and I studied, although that's not a norm during the summer vacation for many students. I think it was best for me because I am going to Form 5 in September, and it helps me to get into the pattern of studying because I need to prepare for my CXC exams.
The experience for me was very exciting because I had to study 6 weeks straight and compete against other teams in front of a crowd. So it was very, exciting and challenging, because I go to Form 5 September and grammar school in science class. If you study real hard, so me studying during the summer will kind of prepare me for the challenges to come in Form 5 and for my sister classes. So yeah, it was very exciting. Well, I wish to all the students out there that it's not a bad thing to study during the summer, because when you study during the summer you can be better ahead and better prepared for work to come next school year.
I would encourage my friends to participate in Brainstorm if they do it next year, because it is a very enriching experience. You gain a lot of knowledge. Even if you may not use it in school, you can still use it in life later on. So I would encourage them to do that, and you also develop leadership skills. So in all, you're just becoming a better individual because of this game show.
And they had fun. It wasn't just all about studying, but they're probably very nervous today. For me, the experience as a host is perhaps as you would expect. I think of it as I had to be a comedian. I just had to be fabulous. But having worked behind the scenes as well, and the work that is put in to make a show of this nature possible, when you get on stage as a host, it makes you want to force the audience to appreciate it a bit more. There's a lot of technical work in the background, and I think if next year we were to do this again, we probably need a logistics team, we need a technical team, we need a content writing team. It's a very small team in learning for living, so it was a lot of hard work, but being on stage, it brought the experience alive. I particularly enjoyed the game High School Feud because it got us on the streets, carrying out surveys amongst our people, and James P was there on that night, and I'm a James P fan. I'm sorry to say on public TV, but I am a James P fan. So it was an enriching experience for me coming back home and just being able to be part of this. So the Brainstorm team, if it's happening next year again, you'll see me.
One of my favorite nights was buzzing. That night we had a mini fashion show, and I was able to see girls parade some of my pieces, some who were not so confident. Some of them, it was their first time modeling, and the audience really appreciated that. Each night there was a different highlight. One of my favorite games was the tic-tac-toe game, and that evening we had Vintage Celebrity Squares, and on that evening we had persons who are professionals in different areas. So we had an educator, we had a politician, we had a DJ, we had an entertainer, we had Miss SVG, there was a journalist,
IKtv, photography,
IKtv, Kenton Chance, Luke Brown, number of individuals, and they were Maxwell Says of Role Model Fruits, and they were able to share their experiences with the students and with the audience.
And not forgetting that on every night, audience members were able to win fabulous prizes and to get involved in actually taking part in some of the games. For example, in high school, on the night of High School Feud, we had audience members that were actually able to come up and answer questions for prizes. We think that our audience was targeted, and we believe that the people who were able to attend, we sort of catered for people that were coming straight after work, and that primarily was the audience makeup. It was a lot of people just, family oriented and taking maybe an hour or two before going home from work just to be part of our show. Kimsha would have mentioned the fashion show which featured some of her pieces. So for those of you who don't know, Learning for Living is a sister entity of another Kimsha's project, KMK Fashion. So that night was, I would say, a double take for Learning for Living.
Well, the best experience for me was the last game show, which was Who Wants to Be Extraordinary, because I went home and studied and science riddles and stuff, and most of the stuff I studied, they come back, and I was like watching the ladder go up. As I reach it up, I just flashback for my life, and if I could go through this going up the ladder, I could do anything else in life.
Whoa.
So that was the best experience for me.
In terms of the games, my favorite was High School Feud. It kind of took you into the minds of Vincentians and how they think, when they show you the different answers to the questions. It showed you the different answers to survey questions, and it just shows you how the Vincentian people think, and it kind of takes you into the culture a little bit. So yeah, that was one of my most memorable nights.
We're sincerely grateful to all our partners, those who came on board to make Brainstorm successful. We worked hard all night sometimes and days without end, but we had a number of shoulders we could lean on. We had persons and businesses who would have contributed not only prizes but things that would have been necessary to ensure that we had all the logistics under control, that the students were well prepared, and we want to express our sincere thanks first of all to IKtv. IKtv has been one of the first entities to come on board, and they have been very supportive apart from offering advertising, and we're here in their studios today. But support for me has been one of the main things that has been able to push the series forward. The encouragement, advice concerning technical aspects, we're very grateful. We're sincerely grateful to St. Vincent Cooperative Bank, First Caribbean International Bank, FCIB. This Vinlec also came on board. We got support as well from Flow. Also, we're grateful to the media houses, which include NBC Radio, WeFM, Extreme FM, not forgetting, of course, IKtv. We're also grateful to Searchlight newspaper, St. Vincent Brewery Limited, JCI or JC's, JCI St. Vincent Limited, and all those other entities who would have come on board even in the latter part of the show. Especially now we have coming up our grand finale. We may have some sort of a little game in between there, but the highlight of this night, apart from entertainment, is going to be the awarding of our students, the rewarding of our students with prizes. They've worked very hard. Apart from studying, they would have had to put in long hours, and we know with every team effort there's always going to be some pulling, there might be some strain. There was hardly any of that with our teams, and we were really happy with the students, how they performed. But of course there's going to be a winner, and we would like to invite the viewing public, we'd like to invite you to come out to the grand finale, which would be this Saturday, August 27th at Peace Memorial Hall. The event will begin at 7 p.m. and here we will have our students will be there, our fabulous hosts will be there, usual entertainment will be there. Some of the performances would not be repeated, but we'd have some of the performers returning. We'll have our corporate entities, we will have giveaways as usual. The one of the highlights was that persons will always have something to gain. Somebody always left happy. At least 2 persons would have gotten phone credit, compliments flow, probably a selfie stick, a pack of drinks from the St. Vincent Brewery Limited. You don't know what you would miss or win this week, so I'd like to invite you to come along and just support and have fun, bring out the whole family.
And it's absolutely free to get in the Peace Memorial Hall this Saturday, so we're looking forward to seeing you there. And to me, I just want to say we thank as well the police that supported the venture. We had police support for the 6 weeks of the game show series, and just the students themselves are participating. It really couldn't have been possible without them, and parents and just well wishers. We thank you for being part of the Brainstorm series.
Yes, I'm very happy to be a part of the first educational game show in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I just want to thank Miss Williams and Yolan for helping along the way.
Well, I'm very happy for this opportunity to compete in the first ever game show series. I would like to thank Brainstorm team, of course Miss Williams and Yolan. I'm very glad to be a part of this, and well, I wanted to win next year, but you know, I will be going to college, so yeah.
So, Brainstorm is over and Learning for Living continues on regular programming. And so, after we have our grand finale on Saturday night, students are going to be preparing for back to school. And we go right into Destination A+. Destination A+ is the 1-week end of summer program that Learning for Living will be hosting. We would have hosted Destination A+ before. This year we will be having students come in all day from 8:30 to 3, but not to be bored and to be burdened with work, but to give you a head start for the next term. So we will be offering chemistry, biology, physics, English, and we would like you to start from where you left off. So if you're a third former, you have a child for which you're responsible. It could be your own child. They're in 3rd, 4th or 5th form in secondary school, and you would like them to start conditioning their minds for return to school after being home all summer, having fun, after having traveled, after relaxing, watching TV, playing games. It's now time to get prepared, to get back in the right frame of mind for success in the new term. Following Destination A+, which is just 1 week, students who have been in our program, have been enrolled in our program previously, they will return to regular classes, as well as we have a few spaces still left for students who we can support during the school term. At Learning for Living, we offer an after-school program where we provide tutoring in the single sciences, which are chemistry, biology and physics, as well as we offer tutoring in mathematics and English. Help students prepare for their upcoming tests. We help them to clear up misconceptions. We help them to prepare their SBAs. And
I want to, at least at this point, congratulate all the students who would have sat CSEC exams as a learning institution. Learning for Living would definitely be celebrating with our students, and I want to embarrass the boys here, or not embarrass, but to congratulate them publicly. They're both in 4th form, and they would have sat the math exams, and they both got grade 1s, distinction at that. So we want to congratulate them as part of the Learning for Living team and say a job well done to them. The Learning for Living team can be contacted. You could come upstairs, the 2nd floor, Sprott Brothers building for registration or just to talk to us, or you can phone 457-8698. Thank you.
Welcome to Brainstorm, SPG's first ever educational game show series.
6 weeks of fun competition.
Classroom Jeopardy,
High School Feud,
Fancy Celebrity Squares,
Wheel of Knowledge,
Buzz In,
and Who Wants to Be Extraordinary. Come, support your favorite team and be part of our live studio audience every Monday, July 18 to August 22nd. $10 gets you in.
Tickets on sale at Learning for Living, Charisma Boutique and Jujubee Bookstore.
See you at Brainstorm, where we simply study, play, win.